So I'm at Amaze Sheffield here with Patrick Ashe from Hollow Ponds, and you're here showing Flock today, aren't you? So what is Flock, for those who don't know?
It's a multiplayer co-op game about the kind of joy of flight, where you are on the back of a giant bird, exploring a mountaintop, finding all the weird creatures that live there, and charming them to fly around with you in a big flock.
I mean, that sounds like an incredibly chill experience, and something that's very good for relaxing too. You don't always have to be killing people with a sniper rifle or racing for the best time ever. Sometimes it's good to just relax with a flock of bird, fish-like creatures float about.
Float around, enjoying the scenery.
So I was chatting to you a little bit before this, and this reminds me a little bit of an old PlayStation 1 game called Aquanauts Holiday, where you used to have to go around with a submarine and ping at fish to make them to come and live on your reef. And it seems to have, it's something like that, but with this added multiplayer element. So how does the multiplayer work?
Well, it's very like self-contained. Like you're more playing in the same space rather than with each other. Like you have your own flocks and you kind of make your own progress in the game, but it's much more about spending time together in a space. Like you can interact with each other to a degree, but it's not like a multiplayer experience that's super focused on interaction between each other. Like it's very inspired. We were very inspired by spending a lot of lockdown playing Roblox together, where you're just in a weird thing someone has made, all just running around, chatting on Discord, doing whatever you want to do, but in the same space. And so we tried to try and capture some of that of like playing separately but together, if that makes sense.
Right. So you can. So if it's online play, if I start playing, I might just come across someone totally random and they've got their own flock. Can you help each other out? Or?
Yeah, you can help each other. So like you might know where some creatures are that another player is looking for, and you can show them that. But also, if someone is in the middle of charming and you fly nearby, then you can help out them charm things into their flock and just kind of work through the kind of core storyline of the game together and help each other out. But like you make your own progress through the game, and like if you play online and then go offline, then there's no like separate, it's just you'll carry on exactly where you were if you're online or offline.
Yeah, and that progress itself is that sort of discovery, or discovering the breeds of creatures and that sort of thing. Really. Just got to tick it like an I Spy book. And
That's a good way of looking at it.
Tick off everything that you can find.
Yeah, I mean, we do literally have a guide and you tick them off and you find them.
And then, is this something that was aimed at a younger audience specifically originally? Because it sort of has some of that feel, but then having tried it out and seen people trying it out, it seems to be a sort of universal appeal regardless.
I think we often try and make things that have like simple controls and aren't pressurized and are free for like people of differing abilities to play. Like obviously, some people find, even like older people find some games very stressful and so like trying to make stuff that anyone of any ability, no matter why their ability is differing, if that's age or whatever, is important to us and the thing that we do focus on.
Yeah, because it's you as I said, you don't always want to be playing something that has a incredibly hard challenge or a time limit or is going to make you die repeatedly. Like sometimes you do just want an escape. It seems like a sort of nice escape. And this is being published by Annapurna, so you're on quite an impressive roster of games there. Very recent hits like Stray, things like Flower from back in the day. Some of the great walking simulators. Gone Home was Annapurna as well,
they published them in the console.
And Edith Finch as well, I think. So lots of great stuff. I've noticed among indie devs online who talk about indie development, they're always giving publishers a hard time, but so much good stuff has come out on this publisher. I'm assuming your experience has been good.
Yeah, really positive, really good. Like we've worked with a lot of the people at Annapurna for quite a long time, because before Hollow Ponds, a lot of us worked at a company called Honey Slug, and we made a game called Ho Hokum, which was published by Sony Santa Monica. Yeah. And a lot of the people who worked at Sony Santa Monica went on to work at Annapurna. Yeah. And so we've worked with some of those people for more than a decade at this point. And we have a really good relationship with them. And They are very like open to trying stuff out, seeing where the game ends up, rather than being like, no, we need to get this out as soon as possible. And like if things change along the way, that's just the nature of creation.
The nature of development and stuff. And although you didn't work specifically on the deep technical side of things, do you know if there were any particular challenges that were overcome during the development here of Should Country?
I think some of the main things were obviously the online multiplayer is obviously a big challenge, making that work and work nicely. I think like the 3D movement of the bird, because obviously like a real key thing is when you watch birds flying around in real life, they never fly into anything. You very rarely see a bird. Okay, it might occasionally fly into a window, but you don't see birds just flying into lampposts in the same regard. And so, like, a big technical challenge, I think, was the movement system and the way that you kind of freely glide over everything and that you never feel like your bird is going to smack into a tree. But in a way that you don't have to think about. We have like a kind of version of the level that's all kind of smoothed out and draped, essentially like as if you took the world and draped a tablecloth over it, and then the bird follows those contours so that it just cleanly sweeps over things and around things, rather than feeling like, I need to constantly, it's going to hit that thing. So I think that was a big technical challenge for the programmers, not for me as a non-technical person.
And this is out now? It's very recent?
It released a few weeks ago, and it's out on Steam, PlayStation, Xbox, and Game Pass.
Excellent. Thank you very much for talking me through it. Cheers.
Yeah.